Other questions, guys, while I'm here.
So what do you think about the I don't agree with the fact that you said that Islam is the first growing religion by birth.
Yes.
No, it's not.
No, it is. And the reason why it is, would you like to debate, sir? One second, wait, one second. One second. Let's be clear about something. I'm taking questions. I will debate you if you want to, but don't say I'm not going to debate you and then just make a point. Right, well, so we'll debate then. Okay, that's fine, we'll debate. Go on.
The only people that exterminated all over the world are the Muslims.
That's a lie. That's a piece of propaganda.
You said lie. Yeah.
Do you know what happened to the Armenian? Wait, let's deal 1 point by 1 point. No, let's deal 1 point by 1 point. No, you don't get to dominate.
No,
you don't get to dominate. No, you don't get to dominate. Are you aware that 140,000 Christians were driven out by Muslims in Armenia just last year? There you go, you don't know.
No.
So in Armenia, in Azerbaijan, in Greater Armenia, the Azerbaijanis drove out 140,000 Christians from their home. Are you aware of that?
Aware? You want to talk about the Ottoman Empire?
Are you aware of that?
You want to talk
I'm talking about something that happened last year.
Last year?
Yes.
From Azerbaijan?
Yes. 140,000 Christians were driven from their home.
Why was that? Do you know why?
They were right. Are you justifying it?
No.
Are you saying it was okay? Are you saying it's okay?
Why you think that?
Right. So the reason why Muslims did it in Azerbaijan is because they follow an Islamist ideology that wants to dominate Christians, and because the Christians in Artsakh, the area of Greater Armenia, refused to be dominated by a Muslim government, as punishment, the Muslim jihadis drove out all the Christians.
Incorrect.
Go on, what do you think the reason is?
I approve of that.
Right.
Because the land that Armenia took from Azerbaijan was a Muslim region. So when Armenia took over that land, they changed the mosque to big stables. Then what happened? If you go to the United Nations, you see there is like a case against Armenia to leave the region for Azerbaijan. For 30 years, the United Nations didn't do anything. So with the help of Turkey, Azerbaijan took it by force.
Okay, can I reply?
The power is for the force.
Can I reply? So let me reply. So thank you for demonstrating that the very first words that came out of your mouth was a lie, because you said the only people that are being exterminated were Muslims, and now you've just admitted that. No, hold on. I didn't interrupt you. But if you're going to interrupt me, I will interrupt you. So thank you for admitting that you knew all along that Muslims have exterminated Christians, and that the very first words out of your lips were a lie. So let me give you another example.
Between fighting military.
Let me give you another example. Let me give you another example.
You have the wrong information.
Are you aware?
We cannot take the basis from the wrong information.
You're working from wrong information.
Go to the United Nations.
You're working from wrong information. You're working from wrong information. You literally lied to my face. You literally lied to my. It's on camera, bro. This should be embarrassing to you. This is embarrassing. Your words will haunt you, because did you hear him say that the only people that are being exterminated are Muslims? So I've got witnesses. So your witnesses are contradicting you, because now you're lying again. You're now telling two lies. Your first lie was to say that only Muslims are being persecuted. Your second lie was to deny your first lie. You see, the thing is, if you want to have a conversation, we can do it, but that means that you should not interrupt me and I should not interrupt you. But it gets worse for you. Are you aware that Muhammad himself planned a genocide?
Give me the...
Okay, so in the Hadiths, Muhammad said that I will drive out the Jews and the Christians Christians until only the Muslims remain. Are you aware that he said that?
Why was that?
Why was that? Do you accept that he said
Living with
that?
them with no problem.
Do you accept that he said that?
What are the tribes'
Wait, do you accept that he said that?
Tell me, what is
First
the tribe?
principles.
Give us the tribe's name.
Are you admitting that he said that?
Give us tribe's name.
No, hold on one second.
Give us one.
Hold on 1 second.
You know when you don't.
Brother, answer the question.
You know or you don't?
Are you aware that he said that? Are you aware that he said?
With my
Let's not touch one another. That's our fight
It
stop.
was just saliva.
Yeah. It's all right. So,
But give us one
okay,
tribe name.
we'll admit, we will put into evidence
So,
the fact
you know
that
you don't.
he isn't denying the hadith.
Or the camera.
Notice he isn't denying the hadith.
I said why.
So-
I didn't say no. For years,
So,
we were there.
1 second.
No problem.
What did the Christians
And
do?
then they had to-
What did the Christians do?
Finish the hadith. Finish the hadith.
Ah,
Finish the hadith.
so why does the hadith say? So why does the hadith say that he's going to drive out all of the Jews and all of the Christians? Can someone Google it?
Oh, you don't even know what you
Someone Google it. He wants the
So
reference.
how can you don't even
Right.
know your stuff when you're talking?
No, it's you that doesn't know your stuff,
you.
and I'm going to demonstrate that you don't know your
You
stuff.
don't know if you ask
So
somebody.
I will drive out all the
Okay,
Jews
give
and the
me one
Christians
tribe's
until
name.
all the Muslims remain hadith.
Huh? There were 4 tribes. Give us one name.
Right.
You don't know. And I
For
told you last
instance,
time.
for instance,
And tell us
for
the treaty.
instance,
The treaty they
the
have.
Khyber Jews, the Jews of the Khyber, were they massacred?
No, Khyber, that was
Were they massacred? Liar.
No, Khyber was
You're lying.
It's just
You're literally lying.
It's your information.
You're shameless in your lies.
Full of liars.
You're shameless in your lies. It is even a Muslim taunt. It's even a Muslim taunt.
Don't lie.
It's even a Muslim taunt. To the remember the Jews, the Khyber, the Jews of the Khyber, that the armies of Muhammad are coming. It is an Arabic chant.
What's the treaty
You're
called?
shameless in your lies.
What's the treaty
You're shameless in your lies. So wait 1
You
second.
have no idea. And
So now you are aware of the hadith.
What's the treaty
So you're
called?
aware of the action. So you're aware of the action. Thank you for admitting that you're aware of the action. You're shameless in your lies.
That's the real self.
Shameless.
You just answer
1 second.
yourself. Just for your use.
So 1 second. So
Because your information.
what you're agreeing, have you found the hadith?
Oh,
1 second.
She does.
So 1 second. So what you're saying is when we, so what you're saying is to break the treaty justifies genocide. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
Listen to
Is
the
that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
You cannot have
Is that what you're saying?
Cannot have
I can have a dialogue with everybody except Muslims, and I do.
No, you have a problem there.
Right, so let's listen to one another
Allah, listen.
without interruption, and if you can listen to me without interruption, I will be able to listen to you without interruption. But since the moment you entered the conversation, you have done nothing but interrupt, and since you entered the conversation, you have done nothing to interrupt. So when you stop interrupting me, like you're doing right now, then I will not interrupt you, and we can have a conversation. So here's the thing. Here are my points. Here are my points. Now notice they're interrupting, but when I interrupt them, they're going to complain, though they are interrupting still. Right, ladies and gentlemen, still interrupting. So here's the point. Muhammad in the Hadith said that he's going to exclude all of the Jews and the Christians until none remain in the Arabian Peninsula. The Muslims try to justify this by saying that the people betrayed a treaty. The people were Jews, so why? Now he's running away. Now he's running away. He's running away. He's running away. He's running away. He's trying running away.
The tribe name.
When they can answer my questions, I will answer their questions, ladies and gentlemen. He's running away. He wanted to interrupt, and now he's running. Bye-bye. Right, here's the hadith. Now we'll show who's lying.
I think it's the right one. It might be the right
If you
one.
can read it.
If I live,
Which hadith
this is
now?
Muhammad
Are we
speaking in Musnad Ahmed 2:15. If I live, inshallah, I shall certainly expel the Jews and the Christians from the Arabian Peninsula. So there you go. Here is the hadith. Here is the hadith. Musnad Ahmed from Sunnah.com. Grade Sahih. Everybody say grade Sahih. Grade Sahih. So who was lying, me or them? Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to point out something.
Give us tribe.
This is how impious they are.
Ask her to say.
I read their Sahih hadith in which Muhammad said, Inshallah, like a good Muslim, and they both laughed at their prophet.
Can I have a selfie?
And that's on camera. Right, go on, reply to the argument.
Okay, what's the tribe names? Give us one.
No, what the argument was?
Yeah, we're talking
The
about
argument
Arabia.
was,
Give us a Jewish tribe one name.
I said Muhammad was going to expel the Jews and the Christians, and that this was a plan for genocide.
Genocide?
And I have shown you the evidence.
What? How about Christians killing all the Muslims?
Why are you
The
pushing?
Jews?
Why are you pushing? Don't push. That's how you get pushed.
Go talk over there. I'm talking
Right?
to the-
No, don't let him run away from the conversation. Take a phone, back, bro, because he's running away from the conversation. So, we've shown you the evidence. Answer the question.
Give us the tribe.
Why was Muhammad planning to commit genocide?
Give us the tribe.
Answer the question. A lot of things going on.
There is a treaty.
Go on. No, he's going to justify genocide now. Go
Give us
on.
the tribe. We don't even know.
Yeah?
Treaty.
Yeah.
Who broke the treaty?
Well, let's say the Jews did. Did the Jews?
There was treaty.
Who broke it?
Who broke it? Yeah.
Let's say the Jews. Who do you agree or
you
disagree?
don't know.
I've said the
What's
Jews.
the treaty name?
I say the Jews.
What's the treaty name?
I've answered your question. Now answer my
What is the
question.
treaty name?
Do you agree that the Jews broke the treaty?
What's the punishment?
Answer the question. Do you agree Jews broke the treaty?
Okay, if you
We
have
do
a treaty,
question for
if you have a
question.
treaty- Say for example, you have a treaty.
Yeah.
Israel and Palestine have a treaty between them, and Israel broke the treaty.
Go on, what should happen?
What should happen?
Right. According to Muhammad, if you break the treaty, the punishment is genocide. No,
This is the last
no, that's what he just tried to argue. That's what he just tried to argue. We showed in the hadith when Muhammad planned genocide, and then his defense was that they broke the treaty. So when the Rohingya Muslims broke their treaty with Burma, according to Sharia law, what should be the punishment? According to Muhammad, genocide. When the Uyghur Muslims in China broke their treaty with the German state, according to Sharia law and the example of Muhammad, what should be the punishment? Genocide. When the Palestinians break their peace treaty with Israel, according to Muhammad's example, what should be the punishment? Genocide. So here Muslims are complaining about genocide of the Rohingya, and about genocide of the Uyghur, and about genocide of the Gazans, but when we point out to them that according to their own hadiths, Muhammad planned a genocide, their defense is that the Jews broke the treaty and so they deserve the punishment of genocide. And that's what you just saw, ladies and gentlemen. Thank God for Jesus Christ, because in Jesus Christ we don't have an example that justifies genocide for the breaking of treaties. Only Muslims have that example. But when anyone does it to the Muslims, they call it a crime. And I agree with them, it absolutely is a crime. But when Muhammad wants to do it to Jews and Christians, they deserve it because they broke the treaty.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, go on.
Who did he kill?
The tribe in the Khyber.
No, he didn't kill the entire tribe. No.
He didn't.
No.
What happened to the tribe?
Okay, I'll tell you what happened.
Yeah.
So there was a treaty between
Yes.
the Muslims and the Jews that
Yes.
were living there.
Can we bring up the Hadith again?
There were more than 5 tribes of Jews living
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
And what happened is there was a war
Yeah.
plot that was made against the people who were
Yes,
living
yes.
in Medina.
Yes.
And they had a treaty that they
Yes.
will defend each other
Yes.
in the time of war.
Yes.
So what happened? Banu Qurayza,
Yeah.
the people that you're talking about,
Yeah.
they broke it.
In the
They
Kaaba.
actually conspired
Yes.
against the Prophet,
Yep.
and they broke the law. So what happened to them?
Go on, what happened
The
to them?
Prophet went to their leader
Yes.
and told them,
Yes.
according to your law,
Yes.
what should happen to the people
Yes.
who would conspire against us according to a treaty?
Uh-huh.
He said they would be killed.
Yes.
So the people that were killed at that time were only the combatants. There were no women killed because they cannot participate.
They were enslaved as sex slaves?
No.
Yes, they were enslaved as sex slaves.
Okay,
Yes.
look. So your speech started with
Including
that he killed
one of
everyone.
Muhammad's
your
wives.
speech started with
You
he killed
weren't here at the
everyone.
beginning.
Now we're going to
You weren't
that
here
he
at the
didn't
beginning.
kill everyone.
You weren't
He
here at the
enslaved
beginning.
some and
You
killed
don't know
some.
what's gonna come
let me
up.
just continue.
You don't know
Calm
what's
down,
gonna
calm
come
down.
up.
Okay, let me just continue.
Because you weren't here at the beginning.
No.
You don't know what was going to come up.
I started that entire thing from the beginning to end.
You weren't
didn't
here at
even
the
know the
beginning.
name of the entire.
You weren't here at the beginning.
Okay.
Right.
Oh my God.
Shall I catch you up?
No.
Shall I catch you up?
No.
So the point is, Muhammad said this. Musnad Ahmed 215. Are you listening? These are Muhammad's words in Sahih, a Sahih Hadith. If I live, inshallah, certainly I will expel the Jews and the Christians from the Arabian Peninsula. So Muhammad planned
What was the
to
context?
commit
What was
a
the context?
genocide.
What was the context?
Muhammad
What
planned
is
to
the
commit a
context of
genocide.
this? What is
So
the
go on.
context of this?
Justify the
Tell me.
genocide. Go on,
Musnad
justify
Ahmed,
it.
number what? Number what?
215.
Give me the number.
Musnad Ahmed
Yeah, I know. I know Musnad Ahmed.
215.
Wait, so you're telling
Ahmed,
me
not
in any?
Ahmed.
Wait, you're telling me?
Boo hoo.
Wait, so you're telling me in any context you can justify genocide?
No. I'm telling you, I need to understand why he said that.
Here's it in another hadith. In Sahih al-Muslim 1767a,
Is it Musnad Ahmed?
in a contradictory hadith, it states this. This is Muhammad speaking. I will expel the Jews and the Christians from the Arabian Peninsula and will not leave any but the Muslims. Muhammad planned to commit a genocide. Is that the example that you want to follow? Go on, justify that plan for us. Justify that plan. He will. He's going to justify the plan for a genocide.
For genocide.
What was the name?
Brother, you need context for genocide.
So I'm giving you two references.
Not allowed under any circumstances.
So why did Muhammad want to do it
Words in my
then?
mouth.
So why did Muhammad want to do it then?
I need to know the name. Tell me the
We
name.
have given you
Give me the
references.
name.
We've given you two references.
1617?
It is not my fault that you
Can you
weren't
put it up?
listening.
Can you put it
So,
up? Can you put it up?
so we have
So Musnad Ahmed,
Musnad
number
Ahmed 215, and then Sahih Muslim, was it 1767a?
Yeah,
So Sahih Muslim 17
67.
1767a. So we've given you two references now. Go on, justify us Muhammad's plan for genocide.
Genocide, brother.
No. Because
why do you
genocide
need
is not
context?
permitted. No.
So why did Muhammad plan a genocide then?
That's why I need to know what's the context.
Well,
Calm down, okay?
We've given you. Yeah.
It's not Musnad Ahmed.
So it's Musnad Ahmed right there.
Right, 215.
Literally what we told you. Literally what we told you.
No, I heard 205.
By implication, you need context.
Perhaps I suggest that you should listen to it.
So implication, you need context for genocide.
He's going. What? Listen carefully now, because he is going to try to justify Muhammad's plan for genocide.
And this is the legacy of Sharia.
But the thing is, when he tries to justify the genocide, just ask yourself: would the Muslims ever accept that being used to commit genocide against Muslims?
Yeah, because if you kill a Muslim, if a Muslim kills a Muslim, that Muslim family can call for their...
This is going to be hilarious.
Yeah, exactly. Can I get a selfie after this as well?
Yeah.
Thank you. My voice is already lost because do you know the old guy just now here? He mentioned textual variants of the Bible, and then I mentioned
In your own time, guys.
الحاجات دي مش مطبقة في مصر.
هو بيتكلم عن الجزيرة العربية. Arabic Peninsula. Yeah, you're talking about Arabic Peninsula, not about Egypt.
That's what Muhammad says. He says the Arabian Peninsula. Thank you. It is Sahih. It is Sahih. So we're not making it up. We've all agreed it is Sahih. Reliable, trustworthy. That's what Sahih means.
A reliable way of
So Muhammad says, I will expel the Jews and the Christians from the Arabian Peninsula until none remain but the Muslims.
So this reinforces the call for genocide.
Well, let me ask you this question. Do you doubt for a second that if a political party was set up in this country saying we want to expel all Muslims, that the Muslims in this corner wouldn't be crying out that's a party for genocide, that that's a party of extermination? So in other words, if someone tries to do it to the Muslims, it's bad. But if Muhammad, the best example of a Muslim, plans to do it to anyone else, we're going to hear a justification for it. So have you got an answer?
Justification for a genocide?
Muhammad's plan. So why did Muhammad plan to expel all the Jews and the
Even
Christians?
according to the Quran.
Great. So why does Muhammad plan to expel all Jews and Christians?
Getting to the Quran.
Okay, we're waiting.
Calm down.
I am calm.
But by implication, you need
I am.
context for
Your voice is
genocide.
so loud. You're not.
Well, that's because we're in a noisy environment.
By implication, you need context for genocide.
No.
So it's a fruitless search.
No, but that doesn't mean genocide. That doesn't mean genocide.
So what does expel?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, wait. He's giving the defense. His defense is that the plan to expel everyone from a given region is not genocide. So what happened to the Rohingya Muslims in Burma?
No idea. They were killed.
No, they were expelled.
No, they were killed.
No, they're now in Bangladesh, millions of
They
them.
were killed.
Yeah, they were killed and expelled, yes.
Yeah, so they were killed and then expelled.
Thank you for admitting they were expelled. So now,
killed first.
so do you agree?
They left because they were killed.
So one second, do you
They ran
agree?
away.
So do you agree with Burma's expelling of the Rohingya Muslims?
Of course not.
Why not?
Because no one should be compulsory kicked out of their home when they did nothing wrong.
So why does Muhammad plan to expel the
That's-
Christians and Jews?
Again, like I told you, we're checking the context.
Okay.
Context for it.
No, because let's say
It's such circular reasoning. So the Quran allows for genocide, but there must be context for it. It's circular reasoning.
no, you're putting words in my mouth. You know, you're being very
Don't let him-
slick with
he
that.
wants
You're
to-
putting words in my mouth.
So let me ask
Very
you,
slick.
what's your name, bro?
Very, very slick.
What's your name, bro?
Mohammed.
Mohammed, nice to meet you. My name's Bob.
Nice to meet
So let me ask you a question, Mohammed.
Okay, I see.
No
context
Do,
for
do,
genocide.
do,
No context for
Bro, I'm
genocide.
not interrupting you. Let's have a conversation. You said that I should calm down, so let's have a conversation. Imagine for a second that a political party is established in the UK
Okay.
that says our number one policy is to expel all Muslims from the UK.
Okay.
What would you call that?
I would call that hate speech. Unfair.
You'd call it unfair.
Yeah, but if they want
Right.
to not allow Muslims to come to the country,
Okay.
they have the right to do that.
So it's unfair.
They have the right to do that.
So was Muhammad unfair when he wanted to kick out the Jews and the Christians?
Again, I need to understand the context.
Ah, right. So if someone's going to do it to the
No,
Muslims,
because
wait.
that the
So if
Muslims-
someone does it to
Look,
the
look,
Muslims,
look,
it's
look, look.
unfair.
The
But if
British-
Muhammad does it, we need to know the context.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So the British Parliament.
Do you see the problem?
No. Okay. Don't put words in my mouth.
Yeah, it's only a
If the British-
context if Muhammad's doing it.
If the British Parliament issues a decree to kick the Muslims out because they were committing crimes,
Right.
They committed crimes,
Like they are doing.
not as much as the others, honestly.
Most of our prison population are from Muslim backgrounds. Are you aware of that?
No.
That's a fact. Go and check out national statistics. Go and check out the national
that doesn't
statistics.
matter.
Muslims
That
are
doesn't
over.
matter.
Muslims only make up 5% of the British population,
You can expel
but they
whoever
make
you
up
want to.
20% of the prison
Expel
population.
whoever you want to
Right.
expel.
You can expel.
can.
Now notice, did you all hear that?
Yeah.
Because
They
of
are
the
committing-
example of Muhammad,
No.
he has agreed
No,
that
no,
you
no.
can expel
Like I
who
said.
you want to
No.
expel.
Like I said.
So in other words,
If they are household-
Islam just took him to the place of
No.
driving out
No,
entire
no, no, no.
peoples.
No, no.
Whoever you want to
They are
expel, you
harmful-
can expel.
No. If they're committing crimes, if they deserve to be expelled, then they should be expelled.
Right, so if they are committing crimes, they deserve to be expelled. So when the Burmese government, hold on, I'm going to show now his logic doesn't stand up. Have we found the context yet? Okay. Mohammed, he's just said my point is valid. He just said my point is valid. He just said my point is valid. So what Muhammad said was, is that if they are committing crimes, you can expel them. Well, the Burmese government accused the Muslim Rohingya of committing crimes. So by his logic, he can't protest against the expulsion of the Rohingya Muslims. Just for the record, by the way, I'm against what happened to the Rohingya Muslims. I don't wish to justify it. But I don't wish to justify it because as a Christian, my example in Jesus Christ tells me that what happened to the Rohingya Muslims was a crime, and it was wrong, and it was unjustifiable.
Also, my example says that it's wrong.
But you're the only one trying to justify it.
It doesn't matter.
Right.
Any soul, any living soul that dies unlawfully is like killing the entire humanity. That's a verse from the Quran.
Can I reply?
Any unlawful death is not accepted.
Can I reply?
Regardless of your background, regardless of whatever you believe in.
Yeah.
So about the expulsion of the Christians or the Jews.
And the Jews, yeah.
Okay, because they were used.
You want to establish the Islamic religion.
Yes, but it's not.
So the justification that this brother gave is that the expulsion of the Christians and the Jews was to establish the Islamic religion. That's the justification. Is that fair? So there you go.
No, it's not.
That's the justification for genocide.
This is also the Hadith. Yes.
That is what they say. I respect the fact you're being honest. Thank you. I respect the fact you're being honest. So there you go. He's just outed you, bro.
No, because the people that were residing.
He's disagreeing with you. You're saying there's no justification. He's just given a justification. So who's right? This Muslim or this
I'm
Muslim?
saying there is no justification to kill people and kick them out of
He
the
says differently.
But that doesn't say to kill them.
So sorry,
Doesn't say to kill them.
you've just spent
I would like you to speak to him. I really, my English is not that good.
Okay, so the point is, whilst we were talking, he spent 5-10 minutes looking for the context, looking for the justification, and he has said that according to the text, the justification was for the establishment of an Islamic caliphate. For the establishment.
not
He's
Islamic
nodding his
caliphate.
head and saying yes.
If this is true, you shouldn't see a single Christian in Egypt.
Right.
We have 10% Christians in Egypt,
So,
for example.
no, that doesn't follow. That logic doesn't follow.
No.
That logic doesn't follow.
More than 12 million.
Mohammed, that logic doesn't follow.
But it doesn't. No.
It doesn't follow. That logic doesn't follow.
No.
Let me ask you this question, Mohammed. Right? I have demonstrated to you using your hadiths that Mohammed
you haven't.
justifies expelling Christians and Jews from the Arabian Peninsula, and your brother Muslim said that the justification for that was the establishment of an Islamic state.
You quoted one hadith.
Is that a problem?
You quoted one hadith out of 9,000.
Sorry, sister, we're talking about.
When a ruling takes place, yes, it's idol worship and all this. But
Oh, is that a justification? Right. So let me ask you this question. As far as I'm concerned, Mohammed, Muslims are idol worshippers. Muslims are idol worshippers. So can I expel Muslims from the UK?
I don't know. They're not.
No. In other words, if Mohammed does it to someone else, it's okay. But if someone does it to Muslims, it's not okay.
No, I didn't say that.
That's exactly what you just said.
We are not idol worshippers, no?
You are idol worshippers, but let's not
What's
change
the
the
idol?
topic.
Okay, what's the
Let's
idol?
not change
What's
the
the idol
topic.
that we worship?
The rock in Mecca
No,
that
we
you
don't
bow
worship-
down to,
we don't worship
that you
that.
point to and you say, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar,
No, we don't
as
do
you do
that.
the tawaf.
We don't do that.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Don't lie.
Asking a question.
Mohammed did it.
Are you making a statement?
Right.
Are you asking?
Let's not
Are you
change the
simply
topic.
asking what the
We're
Prophet
talking about.
No,
We're talking about the expulsion.
No.
You're running away
You
from the topic,
deflected-
Mohammed.
You deflected to another topic.
No, you're jumping onto
That
another
we are-
topic.
No. That we
No,
worship idol.
you're jumping onto
So
another
what is the
topic.
Kaaba for us?
Right.
What is it for us?
So,
Tell me. What is it for us?
Okay, stop.
It's a compass.
Right.
You know what a compass is?
No, it's a house actually. It's
No,
a house of Allah.
No.
So it's not a house of Allah. It's not called the house of Allah.
Listen.
It's not called the house of Allah.
Any mosque is
It's
called
not a
the house
mosque.
of God.
It's not
any mosque.
point of prostration. It's not a place you go on pilgrimage to.
That's
So
a compass.
thank you.
That's a compass.
No,
That's a
it
compass.
isn't. It isn't.
Who said it is?
It isn't.
You told me.
It isn't.
You told me it isn't.
Right.
You telling
One
me
second.
it is not.
It is not a compass. No.
So I'm worshipping something.
So I'll
wrong
tell you
now.
what a compass
so I'm worshipping
is.
the wrong way.
Yes, you are.
So you're telling me
It is not a
I am
compass.
praying to.
A compass points to magnetic north.
No. I'm
The
telling
Kaaba
you,
is
it's
not a
prayer
compass.
for us.
It is not a
We
compass.
pray towards
Yes,
the
it's a point.
direction.
Exactly, it's a
Yeah, so
point
it's
of
a
direction of prayer.
It's a direction.
It is a mosque. It's meant to be the first mosque.
So what?
Which
What's wrong with that?
So what?
So we worship.
No, Notice how he's run away from Notice how he's run away from the point about genocide.
No, I'm not running
Notice
away.
he's running away.
You opened another topic.
No,
You opened another
Mohammed,
topic.
you're running away from it.
You
Your
opened another
justification.
topic. No, I'm not justifying.
Your
No, I'm not
justification
justifying.
for Muhammad's plan to commit genocide
No,
was because of
not even a
idolatry. That's
single
what you
tribe.
said, isn't it?
Not even
Thank
a
you.
single-
He's shaking his head. He's saying yes.
Not even a single
So
tribe.
I then said, because he
Not
said,
even a single tribe
you kill
was
people-
compulsory expelled. No. In Yemen,
Why?
you had more Jews. No.
So,
This is the Arabic Peninsula.
What happened?
Yemen is the Arabic Peninsula.
Where are
You had more Jews there.
Where are the Christians in the Arabian Peninsula today?
What do you mean, where are they?
They were forced out. All of the Christians that are in Saudi Arabia today are
No Christians in Saudi Arabia.
Yes, they were.
No.
They're Ethiopians in the Yemen Peninsula, and they were Assyrian Christians in the northeast.
Syrians exist. They still
Right.
exist.
Now you've made yourself another problem. Now you've made yourself another problem.
No problem.
Because what you just said, what he just said was,
Lebanon is a
there were
Christian
no
country.
Christians in the Arabian Peninsula. Did you all hear him say that? Right. So why did Muhammad plan to expel Christians that weren't there? Tell us that. Why did
I'll
Muhammad?
tell you that.
Yeah, go on, tell me.
So the factual facts.
Yes, go on, the
it's
factual
not
facts.
compulsory.
What does expel mean? Is it voluntary?
They did not commit. No.
Can I
They did not
voluntarily
commit.
expel you?
How did we still have
What does expel mean?
Jewish tribes in
What does
Medina?
expel mean?
How did we still have Jewish tribes in Medina?
Yeah.
The Prophet was talking about limiting the existence of them because they are idol worshippers. Because the religion of Islam is the true religion. So Jews that lived in Yemen still lived in Yemen. And until today you have Jews that live in Yemen. And Yemen is a part of the Arabic Peninsula. If you're talking about Syria, still Christians there. Lebanon is 80% Christian or 70%, I'm not sure. But it's the majority Christian. Okay? In Egypt you have a minority Christian.
Talking about the Arabian Peninsula, stop all
Yemen
over
is
places.
part of the Arabic Peninsula.
And where are the
And you had
Christians
Jews
in
over there.
Najaf?
You had Jews over
The
there.
Najaf were driven out. The Christians from Najaf were driven out.
Show me a history.
But let me answer this problem. Let me
Prophet kicked out a peace.
Yes.
No. Sorry.
It's all right. Don't worry. It happens.
Show me a proof in which a peaceful nation was kicked out from the land of the Muslims on the basis of the religion.
Right.
Just give me one example.
So hold on, Mohammed, you've asked a question, now you've got to listen to it. He raised a number of points. Why are there some Jews that survived in Yemen?
Not survive.
Well,
They
firstly,
exist and they
now notice he's interrupting, but he'll complain if I interrupt him.
survive. You're saying
He'll
that we
complain.
killed them until
From
there
now
was
on,
that
I'm
survived.
going to interrupt Mohammed continuously in the rest of this conversation because he asked a question, but he can't listen to the answer. Firstly, there's no evidence that those Yemeni Jews are connected to the Jews that existed in the 7th century. They could have migrated there after
How
the
are they
7th
allowed to
century.
migrate there?
Secondly,
How are they
the
allowed?
Jews are tiny communities, and it's not like they had street cameras and the internet and Google Maps to find synagogues and Jewish peoples. But what he isn't telling you is that there was a thriving Christian community in the Najaf, and that there are churches in the Arabian Peninsula, and none of those Christian communities survive to the present day. Why?
Ethnic cleanse.
Because they were ethnically cleansed.
All of them.
Were they cleansed by Muhammad? No, because Muhammad died. It was done by his successors.
Abu Bakr.
The fact that there are Christians in Egypt and Syria from the 7th century proves to us that there was an ethnic cleansing of Christians in the Arabian Peninsula. Because Egypt and Syria, Iraq demonstrate to us that Muslims can let Christians survive. And we know that there were Christians in the Najaf and in northwestern Arabia because the Christian churches that set up those Christian colonies testify to that fact. The Hadiths testify to that fact. It was a Christian kingdom from Yemen that sent an army to try and destroy Mecca. How do you send an army if you're not in your thousands and tens of thousands? That's not me talking. That's Islamic sources talking. The point that Muhammad is running away from, and he doesn't want to debate is that we've shown him that his greatest example, Muhammad, wanted to commit a genocide against Christians and Jews.
Are you listening?
And he's tried. This brother has admitted that he wanted to do it for the establishment of an Islamic state and because of idolatry. But if anyone tried to expel the Muslims because of their idolatry or to establish a Christian state, without a shadow of a doubt, these two would say that it is wrong. So in other words, if Muhammad does it, it's okay, but if someone does it to the Ummah, it's a crime.
Are you done?
Yes.
So, what army are you talking about that came from Yemen? What's the name of that nation?
Okay, so it's the Christians.
I'm just
They came from Ethiopia.
It's okay. So
They were from
Ethiopia is not
Ethiopia.
Yemen. So Ethiopia is not.
They had. Do you know that the Ethiopians had an empire that went into the Arabian Peninsula? There you go. He's just admitted it. He's just admitted it.
We admit it.
Thank you. So I'm not wrong then, am I?
Some Muslims migrated to Habasha.
This is how.
Wait.
They're not even
Actually,
thinking.
you
They're
are
saying that I'm wrong
You are not thinking.
by admitting that I'm right.
You told me it's an empire in Yemen. It's an empire in Ethiopia. You're talking about Habasha.
Was that in the Arabian Peninsula?
Some Muslims
Was it in the
migrated
Arabian
there.
Peninsula?
What?
Was it in the Arabian Peninsula?
No, it's in Ethiopia. It's in Africa.
Where's Najaf?
In Africa. Ethiopia.
No.
Najaf is in the Arabian Peninsula.
In Iraq.
Right, so actually, the Ethiopian kingdom, and you can go away and research this yourself, had a colony, an extension of its empire that went into the Arabian Peninsula. The Ethiopians know this. They celebrate it in their history. You're not the only ones with history books. And their empire wanted to go to Mecca to destroy the Kaaba because of its idolatry and paganism. Are you aware of that? Yes.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Thank you. So he's trying to tell me that there were no Christians from Ethiopia in the Arabian Peninsula, and he's admitting that they were.
No, you told me they came
Try
from
again,
Yemen.
Mohammed.
You told me they came from Yemen. I'm telling you, they were not from Yemen. They came from Ethiopia.
They came from the Ethiopian Empire.
They didn't say they came
What?
from
They
Yemen.
captured the Black Stone.
No, they died on the way.
No, they died there. They died there. They didn't die on the way.
Thank you. They died there, so I was right. They did try to go there.
The people of the. You are better not to have other story.
Are you aware that the Ethiopians possessed, as part of their Ethiopian kingdom, a colony on the Arabian Peninsula?
Where? Which country?
In the south, it's like the southeast, I guess you would call it.
Southeast?
I mean, it depends where you draw the line. Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Where is
Go on, sister.
Do you think that England can become a CRS state?
If we allow it to.
Why? Why should we allow it?
We shouldn't. But if we allow it to, it can.
If but how? How has it got to pass through Parliament?
There's multiple reasons why it can. One is that we continue to allow uncontrolled immigration. Two is that we don't tackle Islamists. Three is that we continue to commit ourselves to liberal secularism. Four is that we don't commit ourselves to a strong Christian state. If we don't do those four things, you could potentially end up with a Sharia state in the UK. And I'll give you an example. When Nigeria became independent in the 1950s, the Christians in Nigeria weren't stupid. Sorry, 1960s. The Christians in Nigeria weren't stupid. They knew exactly what was at stake. They knew that the Muslims were going to go for power, and they knew that the Muslims were going to go for Sharia. And the Christians thought that their best way to counter it was to put all their chips on a liberal secular state. They thought that that could stop a Sharia state. That gamble failed for the Nigerian Christians, and it will fail everywhere else. So as Christians, we need to abandon liberal secularism as a way of stopping Sharia law.
Absolutely.
What do you think about what's happening to Palestinians now? What do you think about what's happening?
No, we're not changing subjects. We're talking about Muhammad's desire to eject Christians and Jews.
Are you supporting IDF? Yeah.
I'm not interested in that debate. We're talking about Muhammad. I'm talking about Muhammad. Why are you trying to change the topic? Why are you scared to talk about Muhammad?
I don't know. I'm big to
No, hold on. Because every time I tried to talk to you, you said to talk to Muhammad. And now all of a sudden you want to talk to me about the IDF. You said to me 1 second, because I'm going to expose you now, because you said to me, I can't talk about this topic because my English is not good.
That's right.
Right, but now suddenly your English is good enough to talk about Israel. Amazing, amazing, amazing.
You don't like to talk about IDF?
No, we're talking about why Muhammad wanted to eject.
About IDF,
Why did Muhammad?
I thought it's the same subject.
What is it wrong?
It's the same subject.
Is what Israel? Sorry, 1 second. Is what Israel is doing to the Gazans right or wrong?
I don't know.
You don't know.
You tell me.
You don't know.
Tell me.
Right.
Tell me.
He doesn't know. I'll say it's wrong.
Educate me.
I'll say it's wrong.
Why
But
is
the
wrong?
same logic, I'm going to tell you.
Thank you.
The logic that allows me to condemn what Israel is doing to the Palestinians is the same logic that leads me to condemn Muhammad. Because Israel is doing what Muhammad planned to do.
How about you?
So when Israel does it, it's evil and bad.
Okay.
But when Muhammad planned to do it, it's okay.
Bob, let's make it simple. Let's make it simple. How about you show me historical evidence that Muslims committed genocide based on Muhammad's
houses.
based on Muhammad's teachings? Show me something that proves that Muslims committed genocide against Christians and Jews.
Okay. So, firstly, we have demonstrated.
Just get one example.
No. Right.
Show me one example.
So Muhammad, notice they're not defending Muhammad anymore.
No, I'm defending Muhammad. I'm telling you.
So so tell me why
telling
did
you.
Muhammad plan to expel the Christians and Jews? Tell us.
Like I told you before.
Go on, you didn't, because
Like I
you
told you before.
said I need the context.
Like I
That's
told
all you said.
before, Like I told you before.
Go on.
Muhammad was saying to limit the existence of Jews and Christians, not kicking them out.
No,
kicking them out.
that's not what the Hadith says.
Listen to me.
No, that's not what the Hadith
No,
says.
because this
Why are you lying?
No.
We read you the Hadith. Did it say in the Hadith, my plan is to limit the existence of Jews
Did he
and
say to
Christians?
kill them?
No,
Did he say to
said
kill them?
to expel them.
Did he say to kill them?
Expel them
He said,
until only Muslims remain. That's what he said. So why are you lying?
Did he say to
about
kill
your own
them?
hadiths?
Did he say-
Why are you lying about your own hadiths?
You're not letting me finish.
Oh, but you interrupted me, Mohammed, and I said I would interrupt you if you
So do you
interrupted
want to
me.
keep doing this? Or
So, do you want to have a conversation?
You want me to leave?
Will you not interrupt me? Will you not interrupt? You said you can't speak to me because your English is not good enough. Now,
it's good
ladies,
as
so Mohammed,
your native
if you
language.
don't want me to interrupt you, the deal is simple. I will not interrupt you if you do not interrupt me.
Yeah, of course.
Right. So I'm going to make a point.
Okay.
Then I'm going to shut up.
Okay.
I'm going to let you make a point.
Okay.
And then I would ask you to make one point and let me reply, and backwards and forwards we go.
This is a debate.
So 1 second. It does not say in your hadith what you have falsely said.
Okay.
You'll have lied with your lips about your own prophet. Because in your hadith, it doesn't say I plan to limit the Jews and the Christians in the Arabian Peninsula. We read two hadiths to you, and in both of those hadiths,
same.
it says they're different. They're different words. Now you're interrupting again, so I can interrupt you whenever I want. I can interrupt you just like whenever I want because you interrupted me. So don't complain. So in your contradictory hadiths that have different wordings, you've got the fact that Muhammad is planning to expel Jews and Christians, not as you have lied, that he is planned to limit the existence of Jews and Christians. So here's my question, Mohammed. Now notice they're not even listening. Notice they're not even listening. Mohammed, my question to you is this. What does the word expel mean?
Not genocide. Not genocide.
Are you done? Are you done?
I'm going to interrupt you because you interrupted me.
So you're going to interrupt me?
Yes, because you interrupted me.
Yeah, no, so what's the point?
Because when you do it, it's okay, but when I do it, it's wrong.
It's wrong for both. Look,
So why did you do it?
I think this
So
is
why
not
did
a
you do it?
construct-
So why did you do it?
I think this is
So
not
why
a
did you do it, Mohammed?
Because he made a claim in the middle of us talking.
So I can interrupt when you make a claim.
You said two hadiths. I told you
One
one
hadith,
hadith,
no.
two books.
I quoted two hadiths,
No, one-
and they are different.
one-
They are different.
wait,
So I'll prove it to you,
no.
because you weren't listening.
One hadith.
I'll prove it to you, Mohammed. Go and look up. Wait, we've got. So go and look up. Right, this is inside. Listen, go and look up. Where's the brother who had the other hadith? He's
it's
gone.
hadith from
He's gone.
sources.
So in Musnad Ahmed, the words are that if I live, inshallah, I will expel the Jews and the Christians.
Okay.
Okay? Right, that's what he said. But here, it says, in Sahih al-Muslim, I will expel the Jews and the Christians from the Arabian Peninsula and not leave any but the Muslims. So in other words, we have two hadiths that are different. That are different. That are different. That's a different thing. It's a different thing, but it's relevant. Right. So we've got problems that the hadiths are both sahih are different.
The same.
They remember the words differently.
What's the difference? How are they different?
They are different.
How
Yes,
are they different?
they are different.
In what way?
They don't say the same thing.
In what way?
Right?
In what way?
In Ahmed, in Musnad Ahmed, this is what it says. Compare it to what was said previously. If I live, where's the conditional in Sahih Muslim?
Are you done?
Where's the conditional?
Are you done?
Oh no, you interrupt me so I can interrupt you.
Hadith.
Here it says, if I live, inshallah. Where's the inshallah in Sahih Muslim? Sahih Muslim insults Muhammad because Sahih Muslim doesn't have Muhammad say inshallah. And shouldn't a Muslim say inshallah when they're making forward plans? So Sahih Muslim portrays Muhammad as a bad Muslim, but Musnad Ahmed says inshallah.
Bob, are you teaching us Islam?
Thank you.
Bob, are you teaching us Arabic as
From
well?
one topic to another. Let me give you a nice suggestion. Very nice.
He's teaching us Arabic
Very
and
nice one.
Islam.
Yes,
Very nice one.
I'll teach you English as well if you like.
If you want to have a debate,
You shouldn't interrupt.
If you want to have a proper
Yeah, you shouldn't interrupt, should you,
I
Muhammad?
suggest you speak to one of the many scholars that we have on this
Don't run away from me.
No.
Every
They run away
week.
from me?
Yes. They run away from me every week.
They run away
Yeah,
from
we got on camera, bro.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Because I have seen videos. of you and them.
I've got camera. One second, Mohammed. Because the thing is, you just spoke without knowledge. I've got video evidence of me going up to Ali Dawah and him walking off. Going up to Mansour and him refusing to debate me. Going up to Hashim and him refusing to debate me. Going up to Mohammed Hijab and him refusing to debate me. Going up to that fat sheikh over there and him refusing to debate me. So I've got it all on camera, bro.
I don't appreciate your language. Bro. Fat shake, this is
I don't appreciate being interrupted.
But I can say to you,
He calls Christians far worse things, but you don't go and correct him, do you?
like what?
He goes up, he's insulted me. I've got it on camera. He's insulted me, but will you go and correct him for that? I don't think you will.
If he uses bad words,
Then here's my suggestion. Thank you, brother. Here's my suggestion to you: is go and look at the video evidence yourself. You can find it on there, and you'll see them running away.
I know you're trying.
Okay. Right. Yes, brother.
Just one question. He says that praying 5 times a day is not in the Quran.
Yeah. Okay. Well, here's a challenge then. Right now, notice we're moving on now to a different topic.
No.
No. Right, brother, I'll talk to you. Because he's just going to interrupt me. He said to you that the 5 prayers are in the Quran. Great, show me.
No. I said they're not.
Yeah, I know it isn't. Well, if he's saying that it is, show us. Where's the 5 prayers in here?
In the Quran.
Where?
I'm not here to debate.
I'm not here to debate. You're just here to tell people things that are not true.
You want me to debate?
If you are trying to debate me, sir.
But you said to me, I don't want to change the subject. You don't talk about IDF. And now you want to change the subject for the 5-time prayer.
Is it wrong what the IDF are doing to the Palestinians?
I said I'm not going to make a comment.
He's not going to make a comment. Do you know why he doesn't want to make a comment? Do you know why he doesn't want to make a comment? Because if he condemns the IDF, he has to condemn Muhammad. And he doesn't want to condemn Muhammad, so he can't condemn the IDF. I must be the only Christian that has managed to get a Muslim to say he won't condemn the IDF.
But this is not a constructive discussion anymore. I bid you adieu.
I bid you adieu as well. Mohammed, if you want to come back maybe another time and debate me without interrupting me, we can have a far more constructive conversation.
No one can interrupt you.
Okay.
No one can interrupt you.
Your voice is so loud.
Because I interrupted immediately back.
Your voice
is so loud. I cannot
is
interrupt you.
Right, so
I cannot
So have a conversation where you don't try to talk over me.
voice.
I know you can't.
cannot
It's a
do that.
blessing from God for me.
Yeah, of course.
But-
You want to call it a blessing?
Mohammed, do you have a Bible?
Do I do have it.
Okay.